Okay, guys, welcome back to another episode of Forever Tripping with Tim
and Lee.
And today we're taking part in a camping cookout challenge with 7 other channels, 7 other YouTube channels, 4 other channels who published their videos today. That was today starting at 6, right?
Today started at 6, yeah.
Eastern time. I think it was all about the banks.
All About the Banks was first.
There was first.
Your channel's up here.
Yeah. And then Relatively Rich Life.
Yep.
The real,
over there.
The Real Weekend Warriors.
Yeah, Real Weekend Warriors. Got them up here.
And of course,
yours truly.
Yeah, we're bringing in the anchor. Yeah, we're
Forever
the anchor.
Tripping.
Forever Tripping. Yeah.
What do we usually say?
Forever, ever?
Ever?
Tripping. Yep.
Always.
That's it.
Yes.
Yep. And so tomorrow, the remaining 4 channels will be publishing their videos, and they are
Gone with the Winleys, Love by Camping,
CC's World TV,
and Annie and Spence. And we are going to put all of that information. You don't have to try to remember it or write it down. We're going to put all that information in the description box below, because we really want you all to go out and check out all of these channels. What we're trying to kind of do is promote each other and help each other grow our channels, because that's what we're out here in YouTube to do, is to have fun, grow our channels, try to reach as many people as possible, share some joy, share some knowledge, and have some fun, right?
Yeah.
So we all decided that, you know what, it would be great because camping season is about ready to get started. And what do you do when you're going camping? You have fun, you relax,
but you have to eat. Yeah.
You have to eat. And we enjoy cooking while we're out on the campsite. And I know many of the other channels do too. And we all have some great recipes that we said, you know what, it'd be great if we just kind of shared out what we cook and how we prepare going to a campsite. And maybe that might help you, inspire you, give you some ideas. So that's what we're going to do today. So if you look up, what is it, the hashtag we came up with? Camp Cooking Challenge?
Yeah, a camping cookout challenge or a camping cooking challenge?
Camping Cookout Challenge.
Yeah.
I think that was the name of it. We're going to put that hashtag down here right at the bottom so that you'll know. But what we're going to do, everybody is going to go ahead and do a recipe today or do something that they do while they're camping. So we decided we were going to do that too. So since it's Tuesday, right, we decided Taco Tuesday. That's what we decided we were going to do.
Yeah, I wanted to smoke some chitlins, but she wouldn't want me. She didn't let me do that.
No smoking of chitlins here. We're not going to. The smell would. No smoking.
Right, so we'll go with the tacos.
I can't take you anywhere.
I know.
My goodness.
That's
anyway,
how I roll.
DJ MC Mr. Prep. I don't know. You might get a little DJ beat while we're in here doing this. But we're gonna do tacos, and you may say tacos at a campground. Absolutely, tacos at a campground. We've done it before when we've been out camping with friends. You can prepare this at home and have everything all kind of packaged up and ready to just heat up and go when you get to the campground, or you can cook it at the campground. It can be done in a skillet. It can be done on a Blackstone. We have, because we do most of our cooking outside, and we have a Blackstone that we keep in the camper, and we also have a little 2-burner plate that we can put a pot on or something like that. So, you know, we decided that we were going to do tacos. I know a lot of people have done tacos before, but I kind of think my tacos have a little bit of I have a special ingredient that I put in my meat, in my tacos, that makes them a little special. So stay tuned. I am going to show you how we make Forever Trippin' style tacos for the camp. All right, ingredients. So tacos, they're pretty standard across the board. So everybody's got their little flair that they put on tacos. Now, Tim and I, when we do tacos, we usually like to use ground turkey. So we go to Aldi and we usually get ground turkey, the 93% lean, because we like to kind of make them a little bit healthier. Now, we also like to have our tacos spicy, so I use the Old El Paso. I'm kind of a brand junkie, and I like the hot and spicy taco seasoning mix. That's really good. I also, depends on how I'm feeling, sometimes I'll go and I'll get these shredded green leaf lettuce leaves, because I don't like iceberg lettuce on my tacos. The green leaf lettuce tastes so much better. Obviously, we got tomatoes. We got sour cream that we're gonna put on there. Now, I'm gonna tell you how I use my chunky salsa. You always get yourself a nice big can of medium, mild, or hot, depending on how spicy you like it, salsa. And then we like these stand-in stuffed shells because they're just so much easier to eat with. And my secret ingredient I will tell you about is I use spicy refried beans. And these are fat-free, I think. Yeah, these are the fat-free spicy refried beans. And I mix that in with my meat, so I'm gonna show you that when I cook this up. And let's see, one other thing that we need is wine. When we have, oh wait, that's for me later. Don't worry about that. That's for later. So I got all of my ingredients, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna, really the biggest thing when you're doing the tacos is chopping up the tomatoes is the thing that takes the longest time. Oh, one more thing I forgot, Tim. We forgot one of the main ingredients.
Oh,
cheese. You gotta have cheese.
Yep.
And I always like to get the Mexican style cheese or taco style cheese because it's got the taco seasonings and stuff in there. Just makes your taco taste a lot better. So come on along with me and we'll go ahead and get started and get prepping. Alright you guys, so the hard part is kind of done, the prepping and the chopping. So I always like to chop up my tomatoes kind of fine, and if you notice I take that little membrane out because I don't like that, it keeps the tomatoes dry so they're not really juicy. And I'm all about presentation when I do my tacos, so I always put everything in different little bowls. So here I got my cheese and I've got my legs. This is what I have. So on to the meat and my beans. Alright guys, time for the main part of the tacos, which is going to be your meat. Now you could use ground beef, if you want ground chicken. We use, like I said, we use ground turkey. So I usually take and put this in the skillet, turn it on probably medium high, and go ahead and get this stuff browned down. And I do my little seasoning. So I will throw in some onion powder. Now I don't have any measurements, unfortunately. I just kind of put it in until the ancestors tell me that it's good, right, Tim? It usually comes out pretty good, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I got a little onion powder. I got a little garlic powder. Put that in there. And I always season this. The turkey usually doesn't make a lot of grease, so I really don't even end up having to drain it at all. But my good one is I put a lot of cumin because I love cumin in my meats, and it really gives it a good flavor for the tacos. So as you see, I'm going to have to send Tim to the store to get me some more cumin. So put that all in there. Now I just brown this up. So browning my meat. Now what I usually do while I'm browning the meat is I go ahead and I turn on the oven on 325. And I'm preheating the oven right now because I always put my taco shells in the oven. I know it says you don't have to, but you guys, 100%, these taste so much better when you put them in the oven. And it says to put them in there for like 67 minutes. I usually do about 8 because I like mine to be really crispy and they taste better. Don't you think they taste better, babe?
It tastes a lot better.
Do it?
Yeah, they're real chewy and
yeah. We've had them once when they weren't really. You know, we didn't know before when we first started making tacos. We ate them just out of the box. Yeah. Total game changer when you put them in the oven. I've been cooking tacos for you for how long now?
In October it'll be 12 years. 12
years.
Yep. So speaking of that, so I guess we can let everybody know how we met.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. We can give you a little personal story here. Tim and I, we've been together for 12 years. Come this October. This is the second marriage for both of us, so it's kind of this second time around. Well, it's third time for me, second time for you.
That's right. That's right. Get the number. Numbers matter.
See him in the background giving me the number 3 up there. It's like, Leah, was you. But it took me 3 times to get it right. That's okay. Third time's the charm. I got my Prince Charming at the 3rd time. But we met through a mutual friend, mutual family member. You probably saw her at our...
Actually, we met at a strip club. She was on the pole. Oh, my bad. Wrong person. My bad.
Really?
A wrong person.
Really?
I'm sorry. Wrong person.
I can't take you anywhere. Golly. But anyway, one of my friends, and actually his first cousin, was kind of wanting to introduce us because she was like, you know what, I really think that you and my cousin would really get along great. And I was just like out of a relationship and just, I wasn't really interested. Plus, you lived out of town. You lived in Arkansas at the time.
Yep.
And I was still here in Missouri. So a couple of years went by, and then you came to St. Louis in 2009.
Right.
And got the job at the VA.
Yep.
And then she had a party and invited both of us. And actually, she was trying to introduce you to somebody else, wasn't she?
Yeah, absolutely.
And what happened with that?
It just didn't work out. There was no issues. It just didn't work out.
So then how did you decide that you wanted to talk to me? Because I didn't reach out to you first.
No, I reached out to you on Facebook and sent you a message. And after that...
You see, I'm doing more Kuman, guys, because the ancestors are telling me to do so.
Yeah, so, I hit you up on Facebook. You responded. And we just start talking back and forth, and we found out we had a whole lot of things in common.
That's right.
And at the time, you were single, right?
I was.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. I was dating somebody, but, you know, it didn't. I'm going to go get a cup really quick.
Right.
So you tell them more.
Well, I hit her up on Facebook. We started talking. We went out a couple of times, and we started having a great time. And before you knew it, it was like, yo, dog, you want to do this thing? She was like, do what? Get married.
Is that what you really gonna tell them that you said?
Yeah, I was like, yo, cuz, what's up, man?
No.
We good?
No. Bring that thing back around.
All right.
Tell him that's not what you did. That's not what he did, you guys. Tell him what you did.
Okay, guys, I'm just kidding. I didn't do that. I was a gentleman, and I did it the right way.
That's right.
Because if I didn't, we wouldn't be here today.
That's
so,
right.
You know.
And we're happily ever after ever since, right?
That's right.
10-10-10. Got married. We actually got married on October 10th, 2010. So we can never forget our wedding anniversary, 10-10-10.
That's right.
So back to the tacos. So now my meat is pretty well browned here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my taco seasoning, my hot and spicy. So I'm just going to put this in here. And then it says to put like 2/3 cup of water. I don't really measure it out. I just put a little bit because what I usually do is add a little bit of chunky salsa. Now you always want to make sure your salsa is chunky because it's going to really give your taco meat some flavor and some texture. So I just put a little bit of that in it like that. Again, I don't have a measurement, so it's probably about like half the jar. By the time I'm done, I'm going to have used this whole jar. So now I'm gonna just stir this down. I'm gonna let this simmer a little bit while I start working on my secret ingredient. So be right back for that. Now I'm doing my spicy refried beans, which is my secret ingredient, guys. These things are so good.
And they don't have lard in it either.
They do not have lard, and that was one of the things that we were looking for when we did refried beans. Is normally refried beans have lard, so these have no lard and they're fat free. So we use that. So the funny thing is, they kind of look like dog food when they come out.
Smell like it too.
Yeah, they do. But after I get done, they're gonna be delicious. So I go ahead and I just kind of mix that up, and then guess what? More cumin. So I just kind of liberally sprinkle that in there. And then what I also do here is I take the rest of this salsa, and I guess it'd be good if I turn the stove on.
See, she's not used to cooking.
What?
Nut.
I don't cook a lot, you guys. I really don't. But the one thing that I do make pretty well is tacos.
Oh yeah, you make good tacos.
Yeah. So I don't do a whole bunch of other stuff, but I do tacos very well. So you see how that is? Now I'm just gonna mix that up. And you're gonna see how it's gonna become a nice consistency. And then I'm gonna show you how I meld this together. So be right back. All right, so while my secret ingredient. My beans are cooking. I like to go ahead and get the taco shells ready. Now I really like these because these are the flat shells. So even if you don't have taco plates, you can use these and your shells will stand up. So I usually just stand them up like this. The box actually says to lay them down together, but I've just never done it that way. And it always works for me like this because I like the way that it makes the tacos go. So Tim and I, you like 4? Is that what you want?
4, yeah.
Okay, so we'll do 4 each. And remember I said about heating it up right here on the box. Heat them, what it says, for max crunch, heat them up. So yes, for real, heat up your taco shells. So Old El Paso is one of the best. So what I will do is go ahead and stick this in the oven because my oven is heated up to 325. I'll pop that in there. Now come over here, babe, because I think I'm ready to do. I'm just put the timer on this thing for 8 minutes so that we won't forget. Now see how my stuff's boiling and kind of bubbling up? And you see how this consistency? So that chunky salsa gives it a nice seasoning within that. So this is ready. And this only took a couple of minutes just to really, you're just heating it up and getting it kind of loose. So now follow me. So you see how my meat, I kind of turned it down because I didn't want it to be burning. So I'm gonna turn it back up. So what I do is I will fold this in. So I'm gonna put all that in there. All the goodness. And now I have mixed that whole can of salsa, that whole can of chunky salsa, in with the meat and with these beans. Tim will be my sous chef. He'll clean that up later, won't you, babe?
Yeah.
All right, so then what I do is I just mix this all together. So what this does is one thing, it makes it so that you do not have to use as much meat. Like if you're trying to eat, like we try to eat a little bit healthier and we try not to eat as much meat. The beans give you extra fiber. And then they just make the taco meat really, really rich instead of just having just taco crumbles. So I'm gonna let this simmer a little bit and then I will come back and show you the whole presentation on how we set up and do our tacos. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys, so my meat is done. So you can kind of take a look at that there. It kind of, as it sits, it gets a little bit thicker, but it's got a lot of body. It's got the beans, it's got the salsa, and it's got the ground turkey and all of my seasonings. I got my tacos out of the oven. As a matter of fact, let me turn off the oven. So they're nice and crispy and ready to go. Now, let me show you why I had you get a Ziploc bag. A little Ziploc bag. Most people like sour cream on their tacos. We do. So you can either get the sour cream that comes in the little squeezy thing, but a lot of times that's more expensive. So what Tim and I do, we came up with, I don't know if you came up with it or I did.
Of course.
You always say you came up. I probably came up with it.
I don't think so.
So anyway, what I do is I take and I dollop some sour cream into the Ziploc bag. Ooh, I'm making a mess on this one.
See, I wouldn't make a mess.
You probably would.
Because I came up with it.
You are probably right. I'll give you that. All right. So I got my fingers on it or whatever, but now I'll just close it up. Got a little air in there. Now, what I do is I just take and I cut a little bitty snippet off of the bottom, and I'm going to show you how I make up the taco. Now, normally, hey, here's my thing when I make my tacos, and any of my family will tell you, whenever I make tacos, I always have to make everybody's tacos. I get so OCD about somebody coming and picking into my stuff, so I usually assemble everybody's tacos, and then they get to enjoy them. So, I'm going to show you how I do it. All right, tacos are done. So everything is, whenever I do my tacos, I always have everything laid out. I just, again, kind of some of my little special ways I do things. So I have everything ready for me to assemble them. So also, let me mention, these little plates I got from Aldi. I probably have like 12 of them because we have taco parties, all that. It makes it really easy for you to be able to put your tacos right in there. You could also get, hand me that, babe. One of these little things, I always recommend having something to hold your tacos with. These are like little taco things that you can just put your taco inside of. So we have plenty of stuff. So, how I assemble. Again, I said I always do everybody's tacos, so I usually take and spoon in some meat in there. However much you like. Tim sometimes doesn't like a lot of meat in his. Putting in that, and then let's take my makeshift sour cream thingy and watch this. See how that makes a nice little line of sour cream without having to take that spoon and dollop it in all the time? So I do that now. I am a big fan of Ortega taco sauce. This is what I always like. I get the hot. Tim gets the medium. So I'm gonna put a little bit of hot because I'm making my taco. I usually take and put a little layer on the bottom, taco sauce. Then, and my hands are clean. I always wash my hands before. I throw some cheese. Again, my Mexican shredded cheese. Throw that on there however much you like, a little or a lot. Then my next layer is always, and Tim and I were just arguing about this. He said he thought we were arguing, but he was trying to correct me on something I do all the time. So he was like, don't you put the lettuce and tomato on first? No, you don't. You throw the lettuce in there on top of the cheese. Then you take some tomatoes, throw that on.
Okay, guys. So which way do you do it? I put meat, sour cream, lettuce, tomato, and cheese.
Lettuce, tomato, and cheese. Lettuce, tomato, cheese. No, I do meat, sour cream, meat, sour cream, a layer of sauce, cheese, lettuce, tomato, and then some more sauce. And then I take a little cheese just so it looks pretty and sprinkle it like that. So,
and my sauce goes on last at the top.
I did put a little sauce on there. So babe, you ready to taste these?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right, guys, the last part, the piece de resistance, right? You ready to try these? So we got our tacos, we got them ready. So we're gonna taste it. So I'll have you taste it first since I'm a cook and I probably am partial. We'll taste them at the same time.
All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Really good.
I'm making a mess. Pretty good, right?
Darn good.
Okay, well, hopefully you enjoy it. You can maybe take, and again, if you're gonna take this out to the campground, make everything ahead of time, put it in Ziploc bags or in Tupperware, take it with you. All you gotta do is heat it up and assemble it and enjoy it at the campground. Now, we're gonna have to go watch some of these other videos because, again, all about the banks, Relatively Rich Life, and the Real Weekend Warriors also have videos out, so make sure you go and check those out. We'll have the links in the description box, and see what other kind of recipes we got, right?
And then tomorrow, make sure you check out Gone with the Wendleys, Annie and Spence, Cece's World TV, and Love by Camping. That's right.
All of those guys are going to be putting out videos tomorrow. So again, you have 8 great camp meals that you can do when you're going for your camping trips. That's again. Right. So, ready?
Right. I got 3 more tacos to eat.
Yeah, so I'm going to make them some more. We only made 1 for the thing, so we're going to chow down on a couple more of these as we relax for the rest of the evening.
And we're going to finish watching Ozark. Great series on Netflix.
We're on the last episode, so we got to see.
Make sure you check it out. If you're into that, you can binge watch it because this is the final season.
Yeah, we enjoy that. All right, guys. Well, take care. Again, make sure to check out all the other channels' videos. I'll link those in the description box, and we will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.
And we're out of here.
We're out of here. Boom. All right. Peace.